Attorney broker John McConnin here, and I'm going to talk to you today about where I believe most buyers can find the best deals in the marketplace, especially in the sunny areas, especially in inland North County, but even along the coast. For instance, 10% of the homes in Carlsbad, when I last checked, had solar panels on them. And within the solar panel group, there are a lot of values being shown. I think because sometimes there's mispricing by real estate agents. I don't think that they're marketing these homes with solar panels on them as if the solar panels are a great amenity frequently, instead of for the actual value that they are creating for the customer, for the buyer. And there's a caveat with that. That's the lawyer. I'm sorry, it's the lawyer talk. There is an issue with that because sometimes, let me just start off with a not great situation, or actually, in all situations, this over time this could turn into a great situation. But for instance, there's a home here in Rancho Arbolitos. It's actually very nice looking, and it's got a reasonable price per square foot and a nice pool. I looked at the pictures earlier. And it's got solar, probably thermal solar for the pool, which are those black pipes you see that warm up from the sun, and then the water circulates through and it warms the pool, and they own those outright, and those save money. They save my family money. We have them on our home in Poway. And then they also have solar panels, as you can see from this picture. Now, what they say about the solar panels is the solar for home is leased and transferable to buyer upon buyer's approval with the solar company. Now, in the past, I sold solar panels, especially in the market when we were just coming out of the short sale market, even during the short sale market. And it was hard to get buyers approved. And some of these homes eventually, I mean, that's why people contacted me because I'm an attorney, either became foreclosures or short sales because they were having troubles getting the buyers, the buyers approved for the lease on the solar homes. So some of those legacy contracts, they still have people paying a lot of money. People were doing it because they wanted to be green as opposed to saving money sometimes back then. And you might be paying too much for the power on a lease. However, the thing to do here is, if you wanted to take the time, is your listing agent, your buyer's agent, the person working for you, call the listing agent, gather in all the money, find out how much the lease was, find out how much power is being generated. I want to know the wattage of the system. I want to know who makes the panels and try to project how long they're going to be producing, what kind of power. And perhaps you're paying $200 a month or $300 a month in the lease, but you're getting $400 or $500 worth of power, and your family actually would use that much power. Well, in that case, that's a $200 savings to you. And if we go over to our calculator and we type in, I think, let's see what 60,000 equals on a 4.5% mortgage. It's 3. So let's try 40. So that might be, this is the solar home delta, the difference in the property between the fair market value of the property and the property with the panels on it minus the financing. So in this case, if we did the calculations, maybe there's an opportunity there to get the property for $40,000, sort of a bonus to the buyer, $40,000 value to the buyer, if the buyer's looking at the time value of money. Now, I call this a solar home delta. It's really the approximate solar home delta, because when we're working and we're close to putting a property under contract, or we get under contract, and you're working with me, I'm going to bring in one of the experts from the industry. I know the law and I know the disclosures. I'm an attorney, and I started solarhomeexperts.com. I'll go into that some other time. But I would bring in someone who knows the industry, because I'd want the panels analyzed. How are they going to start degrading it in producing less power? Say below the 80% level in 15 years or 20 years. What sort of warranties do we have? The inverter might have to be replaced for $5,000 in 10 years. If you're driving a Tesla, maybe you already want to get a battery that can store the power now, or maybe it's going to be something in the future. But we're going to go over all that, and it may represent a great opportunity for you, even on a leased home. However, the studies say, and this is what most realtors who do the research will say, the studies from 2013 in San Diego say leased homes get no more value than the fair market value, whereas a home where the ownership of the panels is transferred outright to the buyer, so free and clear to the buyer, that the seller gets to sell his home for $17,000 more value. However, the buyer even then might be realizing a great deal. So let me see if I can click on, okay, so here's the disclosure. Okay, basically, my belief is that buyers have an opportunity here because many listing agents are not marketing these homes as well as they should, in my opinion. Sometimes you'll see things like this from a home in Bonsall. You'll see solar panels. Now, I don't know whether those panels are owned outright or they're leased. I don't know. I mean, we could click through the pictures and see how many they are and see if it's enough to generate much power. Parts of the home seem updated. And it's 1,900 square, and there's a few panels there. So, you know, you might be saving a few $100s a month if those panels are owned outright in electricity. But there's other times we'll see, well, just trust me, there's other times where you might see on a 1.2 or $1.3 million home, you might be seeing a lot of 8.8 watt panels that might be generating $500 or $600 a month worth of electricity for free. I mean, for instance, we have 7 point something on my house, and we're saving probably across the year. We only got them last fall, but we're projecting between $400 and $500 in savings a month. And so if we were to sell this home, let's see what $400 a month equals. On a mortgage calculator, 4.5%, I think it's probably about $70,000. It might be close to 80. So if I was selling my home at market value and you were getting the panels for free, you would save $400 and $500 a month. Now, $405 a month at 4.5% on a 30-year mortgage. So that would be the solar home delta to you. Might be $80,000. You're getting a property that's saving you. I mean, you're going to have $400 or $500 a month more to spend than you're not putting into electricity. You know, so let's say that you're going to use it all that I'm producing. So you have some kids. You're going to use the pool. That could really be the equivalent of saving $80,000 on a house to you. To go out and pay for electricity in another house is like the equivalent of the payment on $80,000. So I would begin. What would I do if I were to begin? I would begin by looking at a list of homes for sale in the area that you're looking in that have solar panels on them. I would then analyze as much as I could whether the panels are owned outright or they're leased. I would then also try to get an idea of fair market value. So if you go to my website, experthomeprices.com, I've already done this. Let me just go here. So if you fill in your information there, it goes to me, and I'm not going to send it anywhere else. Then you come to this. This is populated, as far as I know, it's national. But I do, because I've looked at like relatives' homes in other spots all over the country. This is this has real estate. It's from CoreLogic, one of the top data companies in the country. And it comes to us from our MLS. It's our MLS data, and it's very current. So if you were to type in, well, you could type in anything really, and you will see the price of a home. Now, that is, I believe this is a better app than Zillow or Trulia or realestate.com, and you'll get the prices instantly. But again, it's the limitations that come with all computer pricing models. This is the fair market value home. This is like the average price per square foot that it's projecting based on the homes that are selling around it. So the more those homes are similar, the more accurate that average price per square foot is. And that's sort of where an appraiser starts off. It's the jumping off point. You get that price per square foot as best you can. And the better the data, the better that number is. And then you make that the anchor price. And then you say, is this home superior or inferior to that anchor price? And that's how you might come up with fair market value in absence of actually putting it on the market in an auction process, which is a great way to sell a home, but that's for another video. So I would come here, I type, and eventually if you get real serious, then you also go to Zillow, you also get the data from everywhere. But I'd start here with this because this is realtor data. I know a lot of realtors use this to help them price homes. This is realtor data from experthomeprices.com. Right there, experthomeprices.com. You can't even see that, right? Let's see if I can spin it down. experthomeprices.com. And then I would also take a look at all the homes in my target area that have solar panels on them. Now, the easy way to do that is fill in your information on my website, right? I haven't made a name for the particular webpage yet. I'm going to put a link to it in this video. It's either going to be above or below where you're seeing it, and I will send you the data from every home with solar panels in North County inland right away. Now, On some weeks where inland and coastal North County are less than 500, I'll send you both links to both data right away. However, I will also, once I get your information manually, I'll shoot you over the North County coastal link, so you'll be able to look at all the homes in North County. And this data comes directly. This is the email. I did this. I could have gone into the back end of the MLS data, but this is what I send to the clients. And we can actually change the format if you prefer a different format. But let me bring this over into this thing. So you get a list. You can see on the side here, when I let go of it, it gets big again. But it's a list of all the homes, and it comes out, I believe it'll come out to you in the most recently listed. Oh, you do have the option. No, it's only client preferred one. We can change it. We can customize it. This is data from the MLS. So if you only want to look in Poway or Rancho Bernardo or Carlsbad or San Marcos or Rancho Santa Fe, we will get you a list of all the homes with solar panels, and it comes directly from the MLS. Now, even that data is not perfect because sometimes agents won't put it down as a feature. And there are other ways to search. I mean, if we're working together, I'm going to really nail down the search. There are other ways in the MLS data to pull up some homes with solar. Usually the lists they overlap very cleanly, but occasionally you'll find some homes that aren't on the list because it wasn't marked properly by an agent. We'll do the hard work. We'll search when we're working together. And then also, this is for other future videos. We're going to talk about how you want to analyze the disclosures. We're going to, sometimes listing agents, I know because listing agents have called me. Sometimes they don't even know how to disclose them properly or analyze them properly. So we're going to get you this, solar home expertise from the real estate and law side, and solar home expertise, solar panel expertise on a solar person working for you when and if you think that, the time is right. So go ahead, fill out the form. Let us send you those links. We will, I'll send you, if you put in your phone number, I'll ask you in a text and say, would you like to modify this? Or you want to nail down an area? Would you like to get the coastal North County data? If I can figure out my software well enough, I'll just shoot you over the coastal North County link. But I look forward to working with you. So just fill out that link and we'll get started.